golden coins.
Hail! Conserve your strength. The noble princess of the dead at last. I am your cousin Athena, and proud to welcome you to Olympus. Yet I could be prouder, as this wasn't always such a miserable place.
Hail, Lady Athena, and well met. Please call me Melinoi. Now where can I direct my wrath, that we may liberate your mountain stronghold and see its glory all restored?
Well met indeed, Melinoi. The wretched Titan's armies have infiltrated our most sacred grounds. On them, your wrath may be well spent, especially as you rise toward the summit, where most of our family now takes refuge.
The Palace of Zeus. And what of you? Why aren't the others out here fighting by your side?
Because that is precisely what our strategy requires, for they aided your arrival, did they not? Now let us go our separate ways, and may my blessing aid in your ascent. In the name of Zeus! There you are.
Glory to Olympus.
We know the way.
Lady Athena, while we have a moment, I wish to offer you this nectar as a token of my gratitude. If I'd only known that we would meet here, perhaps I'd have arrived even sooner.
Nonsense, for I'm certain that you made your journey here as quickly as you could. Well, I of course accept your offering, though she'll be saving it for when our victory's achieved. This, however, you may be able to use sooner.
You honor me with such a gift, Goddess.
You've seen what plagues us at the summit, haven't you? The source of all the tremors. Almost as though the mountain itself quakes with fear. We need a plan.
The gods have stood against Typhon before. Wasn't it a well-placed thunderbolt from Zeus that did him in?
Tales of valor and deeds of valor are not always one and the same. Then let us lure this Typhon toward the summit, where our strength combined with yours is the best opportunity we have. And please, take care, cousin. More of this rabble. For you, Melinoi.
Lady Athena. Glory to Olympus.
When you're ready. Your gesture is unnecessary. Warring mortals often make me offerings in hopes that I might guide them to victory. But you and I have a shared purpose, so I require no such incentives in our case.
This is no incentive, merely a way of saying thank you for accepting me and recognizing what potential I may have to aid our family in a time of need.
Beware ahead. The Titan Prometheus is able to elude me, knowing that I'm focused on his vanguard forces, but he'll have no choice but to confront you if you press on.
He's the Titan of Foresight. He knows exactly what we're planning, doesn't he? And can retaliate accordingly.
He knows what is to come to some extent, yes, but he can only see outcomes, not read minds. And just because he knows you're coming doesn't mean he can stop you. Short work.
Excellent timing. Salutations.
Well met. You honor me and have my thanks. This nectar, it's been to the underworld and back, along with you. It'll take on a particularly complex flavor, I should think.
If this bottle indeed traveled to the ends of the earth before returning home, then it's all the more suited to someone of your wisdom and experience. May you enjoy it once you lay down your arms.
We were able to repel that monstrous Typhon thanks to your aid, so it can be done. Only the contemptible thing soon recovered and commenced his climb once more.
There has to be a way to vanquish Typhon utterly, not just slow him down. But if slowing him's the best result we can achieve for now, so be it.
The so-called father of all monsters. I heard the tales many times, of course, but seeing him, I felt my courage almost falter, which was more frightening even than the thing itself. Olympus, smite you! Cousin?
It's her. You honor me, my lady.
Salutations. At this rate, we might someday have ourselves a feast to rival one arranged by Dionysus himself. Then let us fight with all our might to bring about such an enticing possibility.
Here's to a future where you've time enough for feasting, not just military strategy. Though I'd not want to see you battle Dionysus, even when it comes to organizing feasts.
I've something here for you, cousin, seeing as you remain instrumental to our mountain's ongoing defense.
I'm honored, Lady Athena. A family such as ours ought to stand together during times of need. I wish to do my part.
You have impressed not only me, but all our kin. Most of them, I should say. And for that, I bestow my greatest power. May it soon bring about still greater victories.
May moonlight guide you.
I plot my own course. You'd think being surrounded by family would mean being surrounded by like-minded folk, except not many on Olympus think as I do. None, I dare say. Yet you... well, one difference is, I'd never deign give nectar at a time like this.
Lady Athena, I am honored to have joined your fight, and to have earned your blessings and your faith. I sometimes overlook the need to express my gratitude, and so rely on this nectar to do it for me.
Let it be said that we are goddesses of action, not words, and I accept your thoughtful, if oddly timed, offering. Though, let this be the last until our foes all lie in ruin.
Of course.
That Typhon seems only to grow angrier each time we withstand his rage. A clever ploy for Kronos to set such a thing on us, keeping us occupied while he plots his next move.
Whether clever or reckless, I'm not yet convinced. Kronos is counting on Typhon turning all his violence against Olympus, but after that, not even he can control such an abomination.
Perhaps Kronos means to seal the monster away once we are no longer a threat. At any rate, we don't intend to let any such outcome transpire. Now choose. That's quite enough. That's settled.
And another!
Salutations.
Well met.
Have you confronted Prometheus before? You mentioned he's been able to elude you. Perhaps he knows he'd stand no chance against you if you fought.
I knew Prometheus prior to all this. I suppose our tendencies toward matters of the mind connected us. You know that he stole the gift of fire for mortal kind. Well, he also gave them reason from me. Some of them, anyway.
I shudder to think what mortals must have been like before they had any reason. Although perhaps Prometheus ought to have kept some reason for himself.
Perhaps he thinks he did, or has as much as he requires. Unfortunately, reason tends to be in lesser abundance than most would dare to admit. This is over! Beg pardon?
Salutations.
Salutations. We have achieved a monumental victory, cousin. Although the annihilation of one's enemies can be a serviceable outcome in war, surrender often is preferred. I trust the others have expressed their gratitude.
Yes, of course. And congratulations to you all, Lady Athena. My only regret is that this siege cannot immediately cease, given what's left to be done.
Abandon that regret, for the rabble that still plagues Olympus is nothing. As for Prometheus, though I am skeptical about his role in this new strategy, I have persuaded Father to go along with it for now. Deliverance! Are you alright?
Moonlight guide us.
and deliver our enemies. My father's palace is now closed for retrofitting, probably much like what's underway in your father's realm, leaving you with nowhere to rest after a hard night's work.
It's all right, Lady Athena. I mustn't stay here longer than I have to, and recover far more swiftly where I'm from.
You fight as though you're unencumbered, but I know the surface weighs on you. It is impressive how you've learned to suppress this fate-wrought weakness in your blood. Enough of this lot!
Vitality. Moonlight, guide us.
If you insist. Now you are to confront these traces of our great foes, both at the summit and in Tartarus, recreating the path that got you there, as though the possibilities need to align?
That's how our grandfather explains it, more or less. Almost like we're circumventing outcomes in which we might otherwise have failed for one reason or another.
There ought to be very few such outcomes then, for we do not fail, merely take the necessary time to succeed. In the name of Zeus! Filthy creatures.
Salutations.
Well met. I have been called a savior many times, and take some pleasure in overturning near-hopeless situations. But recently, it was my own hope that faltered, until you restored it. The father of all monsters is truly gone.
Olympus belongs to the gods. Typhon's destruction was a necessity. I may have been the one to deliver him to the void, but the doing of it took our combined strength.
You chthonic gods and your modesty. Be proud, cousin. You have achieved a glorious result, for which we all are thankful. I knew I had to trust you, but I also felt I should. This one's mine. We need to talk.
May moonlight guide us.
To victory.
I have something of a symbolic gift for you, Lady Athena. For I know ambrosia shall flow in abundance on Olympus again soon. May this particular bottle contribute to the restoration and remind you of our victories.
I need no reminders of our victories, nor shall your generosity be forgotten during or after the restoration that inevitably is to come. What would we have done if not for you?
The Olympians have reigned for eons, overcoming innumerable threats and setbacks. All this is but another. You would have figured out a way, especially you.
So adept at deflecting compliments even without my boon. Then very well. Better to be modest than a braggart, I suppose. But you might aspire to be somewhere in between. Either that, or we should all be more like you.
Let's all be who we are.
The three fates themselves are gone, Hermes has said. Our situation grows that much more desperate then. And yet, I never could depend on outside influence in my success. I trust you take no offense.
No, I understand what you mean. Kronos feared some sort of fated prophecy would do him in again, like when our fathers overthrew his rule. But if the fates no longer are setting the course of what transpires, then we shall.
We shall. For the goal of any strategy is to leave as little as possible to chance. We count only on those who prove themselves dependable, and above all, ourselves. At last.
Lady Athena. May moonlight guide us.
We know the way. You have perhaps encountered mighty Heracles along your route. He has surpassing strength and capability, but do report to me any suspicious actions on his part.
I have encountered him, and seen him lay waste to droves of our foes, though he's not been keen on conversation. Which sorts of suspicious actions do you mean?
Consorting with our foes, defying our will, anything of that sort. I have no real reason not to trust him, yet I've come to trust you more. This is over!
Oh. Glory to Olympus.
To victory. There's some strange spell at work on you, for you seem different than before, much more substantial. Whether a blessing or a curse, I can't immediately say.
It's a blessing, or at least I think it is. The craft of Madame Circe the Enchantress, whom I encountered on my voyage here.
Oh, her I do recall. She once created quite the predicament for a mortal seafarer whom I intended to protect. No one I think you'd know. I'd watch myself with her. Consider this. Welcome back. Come on, cousin.
Moonlight guides you.
Proper guidance.
Lady Athena, by your leave, we have a mutual acquaintance I would ask about, because, well, do you recall the weaver Arachne?
I seldom forget anything, cousin. Especially not insolent mortals who see themselves as equals to the gods, though she is not exactly mortal anymore. What of her?
Well, she lives in Erebus now, near where I reside, and she's so wretched about her appearance, which I understand is from a curse you wrought. Doubtless entirely deserved, but have mercy on her, Lady Athena. Please.
So many mortals grovel to me all the time, but goddesses, and on behalf of mortals far too prideful to grovel for themselves? Cousin, do not waste my time with this.
But...
Foolish mistake! Beg pardon?
Excellent timing. Death to Kronos.
Death or worse. The mortal woman called Arachne. Have you any idea what she did? She fancied herself the greatest weaver in the world, superior even to me, if not the fates themselves. Is it not our obligation, then, to remind mortals of their place?
I can't say I rightly know the answer to that, Lady Athena. Nor would I ever question your decision about her. I only ask if the term of her punishment could be less than eternal. She's humbled, and she's learned from her mistakes.
Has she now? In my experience, mortals can be very slow to learn. And she was not punished as a lesson to her, but as a lesson to everyone else. I do not go back on my decisions, Melinoi, for I don't make them lightly. The fury of Olympus! Come now. For you, Melinoi.
Lady Athena. You honor me, my lady.
Salutations. You got me thinking about mortal kind of late. I too have taken a personal interest in mortals and their plights many times, especially in those who rise above their station. And I wish to honor their worship of the other gods and me.
Yet you said before that it's our obligation to remind them of their place, that they are ultimately powerless against us.
Yes, for they outnumber us greatly, and many grow resourceful and independent. Some do not think they need us, but they do, both in life and in death, as your father would attest. Let's not become too attached to any of them. This is over! Well fought.
excellent timing. Salutations.
Well met. I must apologize about your confrontation with the particularly large and dangerous automaton called Talos. It detects traces of the underworld on you and, well...
It's a magnificent creation, and Lord Hephaestus should be proud. Though the methods by which his automatons detect threats could probably use a comprehensive rework.
I shall be certain to relay the suggestion. Unfortunately, Lord Hephaestus prioritized a self-repairing system in Talos over threat detection, so it may continue to be an issue for now.
ashes, gold.
May moonlight guide you.
I plot my own course. I must say, cousin, I've not seen such unity from our family in some time. Almost everybody stands together now against our foes. Though Dionysus, probably he's lying somewhere in his stupor.
If Lord Dionysus hasn't taken up arms against the forces of Kronos, surely he has his reasons.
Oh, he does. Why should he callous his hands when he could laze about feasting? He's fortunate I've more important matters to consider than locating him. More of this rabble. Package here. Well met.
Lady Athena.
Take what you require.
Salutations.
Well met. Your thoughts about Arachne are causing you distraction, which in turn is causing me distraction now. I would propose a means by which we could put this matter with her to rest.
Truly. Please let me know what you have in mind, Lady Athena. Arachne is a friend, and if there's some way I could help her, I would. I already know the source of the curse.
And so you need for me to let it lapse? And while you cannot compel me, perhaps Arachne can, if she is now as different as you say. You know my Gorgon amulet. Ask if she would speak with me through it. If so, I may make an appearance.
Understood. And thank you, Lady Athena. Cold, take you.
Welcome back.
You're here.
Moonlight guide us.
If you insist. All this gold. What has become of Tartarus? The Titan Kronos rendered it almost entirely unrecognizable.
Perhaps when next I use the Gorgon amulet to summon you here, you could ask him yourself, Lady Athena.
Oh, would that I could and the amulet were even stronger. But all strategies have limitations. My blessing rather than my presence shall have to do as you approach your goal. At last.
Good. Salutations.
Salutations. My stepmother, Queen Hera's favor isn't easily earned. You should know it's she who first desired your assistance here. You have more than her boon, but her faith, fragile as it is.
And I am grateful for it. But do you happen to know why? I don't know what Her Majesty the Queen could have seen in me, especially since we've never even met.
Perhaps it's that you represent a different course of action than the one we'd previously decided on, which came directly from my father, your Lord Uncle Zeus. None of us like to be wrong about anything, but we like victory more.
Blue and black and burgundy. Welcome back.
Moonlight guide us and all.
Come now.
I have Athena's amulet, Arachne. Would you be willing to confront her now? Just speak to how you've changed, how you wish to have your old self back, whatever she requires.
I'll do what I have to do, my friend. Now, if you could bring forth the Goddess of Wisdom, I'd be much obliged.
Very well, here goes. And whatever happens, I'll be right here. Heed now my voice, Lady Athena. One who has sought you is with me.
Hail, Melinoe. Ah, these woods. And sure enough, there's the world's most talented weaver herself. Still plying your trade, Arachne?
I most certainly am, Lady Athena. What else would I be doing? Even if I were still the mortal girl I once was, I imagine I'd have stuck with it. And you? How have you been?
Fully occupied. I cannot remain for long, for that reason and more. So what is it? You've grown tired of your form?
Well, I do miss my old shape and size. And I've been like this for a while, so I thought maybe you could turn me back. I'd do anything, please.
Anything? Then I've a simple enough request. Apologize for what you did in all sincerity, and tell me what you've learned.
Oh, sure. I'm sorry, Lady Athena. Truly sorry. Sorry that I would debase myself in front of you like this. In front of my own friend.
Arachne! Please, Lady Athena, she's upset and hasn't thought this through. I know how sorrowful she is.
Stay out of this, my friend. As for you, Lady Athena, you want to know what I learned.
I caution you to measure your words with care, Spider. I did not travel all this way to be the object of your ridicule.
I learned just now that I'll never apologize to you in all sincerity. I'd sooner be a lowly spider till the end of time. And look upon my works. I can still weave better than you.
I suppose you think this outburst moved me in some way, and that I'll now grant your desire. No. You may appear worse off, but you clearly haven't changed at all, Arachne.
Neither have you. Now either go on and squash me like I know you want to, or be on your way. You're scaring the flies.
Fine, I'll take my leave, and we shall never see each other again. Enjoy the Feast of Flies. Melinoi, this was a mistake.
Arachne, why did you do that? We went through so much for this one chance, and now it's gone.
No, my friend. That was the chance I had been waiting for. I just didn't realize it till I looked Athena in the eyes again. Now shoo, I've kept you long enough.
This one's not.
Lady Athena. Salutations.
Well met.
Lady Athena, I don't know what to say except I deeply regret the incident between you and Arachne. I was certain she sought your forgiveness, not an altercation.
I am less surprised by the outcome, but then I knew Arachne from before. Perhaps she did mean to apologize, until the moment she saw me again, and all her scorn came rushing back. Nonetheless, what's done is done.
I understand. Though, if I may ask, what did she do to have incurred your judgment? I know a weaving contest was involved, but only from her side of the tale.
Losing to some mortal was a humiliation I did not anticipate. Yet it was Arachne's arrogance that sparked my wrath, rather than any envy I had for her considerable talent. She had the nerve to call my work pedestrian.
She insulted you. That was short-sighted, certainly. And as I understand, she was quite young, had she but known.
This last time she did know, yet she insulted me again. We do not expect much from mortals, merely penitence. For those such as Arachne, the best we can do is make examples of them. Now I shall spare her not another word. Deliverance! There you are.
May moonlight guide you.
I plot my own course. This night is darker than so many others of late, and our foes appear emboldened. Some new trick of Kronos, or perhaps merely my imagination from fighting for so long.
It isn't your imagination, but the will of Night herself, Lady Athena. And though the effect may seem to our detriment for now, we shall grow stronger for it, I assure you.
Such assurances mean little to me typically, cousin. But you know more about the darkness than I do. If this truly is the will of Night, and not the work of our enemy, then good. That's quite enough! Back again. Are you alright?
It's her. Glory to Olympus.
We know the way. My understanding was that your brother suffered from a certain ailment that inhibited his vitality if ever he attempted to venture out of the underworld. Yet you apparently have no such limitation.
I merely found the means to slow the effect, but I can feel it encroaching even now. If our foes aren't able to drive me to retreat, my ailment eventually shall.
What can I say? You hide your troubles well, Melinoi. So yours is a race against time in more ways than one. I won't delay you any further then. In the name of Zeus! We need to talk.
Moonlight, guide us.
And deliver our enemies. You bear the amulet I gave to you. May it protect you and strike fear into the hearts of your enemies whenever I am not around to do the same.
Thank you, Lady Athena. The creature engraved on this, it's a Gorgon, isn't it? A guardian of some sort?
Oh, not exactly, no. More of a cautionary reminder about what happens when we gods are openly defied. Don't lose your head out there, cousin. How may I assist? Hail!
Lady Athena. Salutations.
Salutations. I had considered how we would proceed if by some chance the three fates were never found. What I did not anticipate was that they would be found, yet still take leave of their responsibilities, so I am told.
They've been weaving for eons and perhaps felt weary or even underappreciated. That or they liked what they saw while their weavings were on hold. They did give us a big new prophecy as a sort of parting gift.
A prophecy about another age, that we gods shall relinquish our dominion to mortals. It's difficult to believe, but then these things never unfold precisely as they sound.
No, and for that matter, I couldn't tell whether the fates were angry or disappointed or anything like that. On the contrary, they seemed enthusiastic.
They are weavers, whose tapestries reveal the vast and complicated tale of history. Perhaps they seek merely to entertain, and we are but characters they have to work with. Enough of this lot! That's settled.
Yes.
Death to Kronos.
Death or worse. So many battles have been fought and many yet remain. But we goddesses are tireless. You can count on me for as long as you choose to press on.
Choose to press on. At times I feel obligated, Lady Athena. The possibilities of Typhon and Kronos. Who shall stop them if not us?
A proper strategy requires taking every reasonable precaution, but can also be adapted should the need arise. Let us account for as many possibilities as we see fit, but never to the detriment of other matters of concern.
Moonlight guides you.
Proper guidance. After we settled certain troubles with your brother's situation at home, your mother Persephone, she would regularly return to Olympus for part of each year. I should have trusted my instincts when one day she failed to show.
Presumably when Kronos struck. Wouldn't her sudden disappearance have been cause for considerable alarm?
You'd think. However, we knew your mother was with child, and our conclusion was that your new family wanted privacy. So we waited patiently, not realizing it as Kronos gained his foothold. A grave miscalculation on my part.
Your father and mine first fought and vanquished Kronos long before either of us was born. You couldn't have expected the Titan Lord to suddenly return.
Yet if I'm to be the strategist upon Olympus, then I have to consider each possibility, however unlikely, that can threaten our peace. At any rate, a lesson harshly learned. In the name of Zeus! Short work.
Good. Moonlight guide us.
To victory. The moon herself assists you, that I know. We often underestimate her here, believing all she does is faintly light the sky. But I know there is more to her than that.
Selene may be a Titaness, but she's an ally to us through and through. She upholds Knight's will, as do I.
Nyx's will is none of my concern, cousin. But apparently it's yours. And Nyx has likewise been an ally to Olympus in the past. If you trust Selene's involvement, that is enough. The fury of Olympus! Cousin?
Moonlight, guide us.
If you insist. So Artemis discovered you within the mists of Erebus, under the tutelage of Hecate. Quite the tale. Would you care to elaborate?
All I can say is Headmistress Hecate was under strict orders never to reveal me to anyone outside her inner circle. Not until our opportunity to strike at Kronos presented itself.
Very well. I was never under the delusion that our side of the family and yours kept no secrets from each other. Likely it's for the best. But my position does require a certain thoroughness and curiosity, you understand. This one is mine. There you are.
It's her. Salutations.
Salutations. You bear the arms of Night. I suspected it when we first met, but now my doubt is gone. Should the underworld be imperiled, those weapons are to be the last resort, fine. But they seem well outside their jurisdiction here.
The peril that the underworld faces evidently spread even to this mountain. For my part, the nocturnal arms have proven equally dependable above the surface and below.
Make certain that you keep their power well in check, as well as their hunger. I much prefer my weapons not to have intentions of their own, but can't deny their potency. Enough of this lot! Got the goods! Hail!
Lady Athena. You honor me, my lady.
Well met. All of this warfare leaves us time for little else. I used to weave, you know. Great tapestries and more. May I have opportunity to take it up again once all this is behind us. And you, what else has occupied your time?
Well, I like to spar. Improving my acuity and strength, and practicing my craft. Matters of magic, the living and the dead, how they're connected.
I'm familiar with witchcraft, yes. Though that all sounds like preparation for the matter you're now seeking to resolve. But I do realize it's not the time for flights of fancy, or even the discussion thereof. Deliverance! That's settled.
Glory to Olympus.
We know the way. I shall ensure this area remains secure for now. Make your advance. That's quite enough. Filthy creatures. Something of value?
May Moonlight guide us.
I give the guidance here. You appear different than before. Another one of the Enchantress Circe's unconventional blessings, then. Are you certain that she's aiding you, not ridiculing you?
Madame Circe would never use her transformation magic for ridicule. This is a powerful incantation, merely with certain side effects.
Never use her magic for ridicule? That doesn't sound much like the Circe I recall. Perhaps she's learned to behave herself, though I am not convinced.